On this edition of City Span, tense moments, a gunman on the loose in downtown. Swift action by Metro PD ends that situation peacefully. Tonight we have a City Span exclusive. Hear from the two canine officers who caught those suspects.
Also, stay off. While parking in your yard in the city of Savannah can now cost you what you need to know to avoid being fined.
And Hi-Ya Karate has never faced a foe like this. City Span starts right now.
Hello everyone, I'm Margaret Williams.
And I'm Chris Brown. Welcome to City Span, the source for news about Savannah's city government.
Shots fired and a gunman on the loose in downtown Savannah made for some tense moments until the standoff ended.
It did. It all happened out front of the Pink House restaurant off of Abercorn Street in downtown Savannah. And now we're hearing exclusively from the two Metro PD canine officers who helped take that suspect down. I talked with them about what that day was like and how the department got the suspects in custody without anyone being injured. He was training when the call came in.
Grabbed my dog and came to work.
But as a canine handler and member of the SWAT team for Metro PD, Officer Chris Tucker is always training.
We train hard. We train for every situation. We train often.
He's training for the kind of situation that happened the day a gunman holed up inside the Pink House restaurant, leading to a 3-hour standoff. Police say 26-year-old Kevin Brooks barricaded himself in the restaurant after an apparent kidnapping and robbery that was thwarted by an off-duty officer. Choppers in the air, SWAT team in action, moving in with canine handler Will Fernandez and his dog Flash in the lead.
We went into the room, I challenged the suspect. The suspect refused to come out from where he was. I then sent the dog to retrieve the suspect and bring him out into the open where we could handcuff him.
Flash saved the day.
When I have the dog, I send him out ahead of me. I really don't focus on what's going on. I really just have to focus on what the dog's telling me.
He's one of 5 canines Metro has, though Fernandez says for a city the size of Savannah, they need double that. These canines are incredibly trained, skilled, working animals.
Sit. Up. Sit.
They're not pets, but the work these dogs do saves lives, even if it means giving theirs.
They're able to be sacrificed. Unfortunately, they do dangerous things, and sometimes they have to do things that we can't let an officer do.
It's a situation that could have ended much differently, but it ended with no one hurt and a suspect in custody.
I'm not surprised. It's what we do. I mean, we're police officers. It's like we're a big family.
It ended in a flash. Both men were quick to acknowledge the teamwork from the entire department that helped to end that standoff so quickly. Both suspects were charged with several felonies, including kidnapping and aggravated assault on a police officer.
On the heels of that major event, members of City Council toured the Police Communications Center. Council members, along with Police Chief Willie Lovett and other officers, showed Council their 911 dispatch and call handling areas. The tour was the first in a showcase of projects around the city. The showcase hopes to acquaint new members of City Council with some of the bigger projects happening in the city now and provide a refresher course for those who are returning members.
Well, there's a lot of learning going on out at the Entrepreneurial Center off of Gwinnett Street. The center held an open house inviting the public to come and tour the facility and learn about doing business in and with the city of Savannah. The center has facilities like startup office space, conference rooms, and internet access, all available for folks starting a small business here to use. Classes and training sessions are also offered there, which some folks found to be a great way to get started.
Well, I have my own home-based business, and I have been coming here for some classes. They have a wealth of knowledge on building your business, and I wanted to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
For a list of classes and how you can get more involved, head to our website, savannahga.gov.
Women were talking business out at the Savannah Civic Center as part of the Women Mean Business Conference. The annual event hosts successful business-minded women from across the community to share how they see women's roles changing in the workplace. From construction firms to Georgia Power, some of the organization's most powerful women showed up to speak at the event. Organizers of the Women Mean Business Conference says it's important to make sure everyone knows women can be successful too.
We wear several hats. We're women, of course, we're mothers, but we're also entrepreneurs, supervisors, bosses. And so here again, it allows us an opportunity to come together and to talk about the different challenges that we have.
Well, fashion was the talk of the town at City Hall as the City of Savannah partners up with some downtown businesses to deliver the second annual Fashion Night Out. The event, held for the first time last year, lured shoppers to downtown to shop on Broughton. The street is actually shut down to make way for musical performances, art installations, and of course, a fashion show. Not to mention all the deals on some high-end fashions to soothe all of your shopping needs. At a news conference about the event, Fashion Night Out's organizers promised this year's will be even bigger and better than last year's. Fashion Night Out takes place on September 6th.
It's no secret, especially if you live in the Habersham Village area of town. Flooding is a major problem there. The City of Savannah will soon start the second phase of a project that hopes to alleviate the issue. The drainage project, known as Casey South Phase 2, will take the water that typically floods that area and pump it out to the Casey Canal. As Carol Lascelle Miller shows us, folks in that area are relieved to know the flooding will soon rescind for good.
If you've ever driven down Abercorn, Habersham, or Paulson streets during a rainstorm, you know it doesn't take much for those streets to flood. That's because this part of town was built on a tidal basin. It's difficult to tell today, but the Habersham Village Shopping Center sits at the bottom of a big geographic bowl. When it rains, there's just nowhere for the water to go.
The drainage in that area has been insufficient for a number of years, causing structural flooding. And so this is to try to prevent what currently occurs, and in case of a serious storm event, to minimize the damage.
Since 1994, the City of Savannah has spent $260 million on drainage mitigation. These drainage improvements have made life a lot better for Savannians who once lived in fear during every rainstorm. The city is now ready to embark on the next phase of drainage improvements in the Casey South Basin.
We've had lots of flooding on Abercorn Street in that area, probably between basically Durin and 65th. So that will be solved by this project. We've had some flooding in the Habersham Village area. That will be solved by this project, and then along Paulson as well.
During the next several months, city engineering staff will be working with designers and geotechnical engineers to fine-tune the construction of this next phase. At the same time, staff from the city's Citizens Office will be working with those who live, work, or own property or a business along the route to get a better understanding of their needs.
Along this route in particular, we have very different needs and interests. We have schools, we have businesses, we have residents, we have hospitals. So what we try to do is make sure that we understand, what are those specific needs, say for a school, for carpooling, or for a business, for making sure that their customers can get to their business.
The Citizen Office has developed residential and commercial surveys to aid in this process. They'll also be setting up pre-construction surveys of properties along the route, and will hire a geotechnical engineering firm to help identify what structures will need to be surveyed.
It's going to be tough, and people are going to be inconvenienced. I'm not going to say that it's not going to be a long and difficult process, but we are trying very hard to inconvenience people as little as possible.
We will be there every step of the way. We'll be there making sure that we try to mitigate the discomfort as much as possible.
City officials hope to see actual construction on the project later this year or in early 2013. For more information, you can contact the Citizen Office at 351-6527. Reporting for CitySpan, I'm Carol Lascelle Miller.
Phase 2 of the Casey South Drainage Project is slated to be completed over the next couple of years.
Well, as you know, since 2008, as part of its Thrive initiative, the city has been working to make Savannah a greener place, instituting programs to help reduce the city's carbon footprint and promote an eco-friendly and sustainable community. As City of Savannah Sustainability Coordinator Garrison Marr shows us, one easy way to go green comes right from the sky.
If you're like me, you're a big fan of savings. I like to save time, save money, and save resources. And one novel way to do all three in the backyard is to set up a backyard rain barrel. Rain barrels capture the rain from off of the roof and store it for future use. A metal screen filters out debris and keeps bugs out, and a spigot allows for attachment to hoses. This rain barrel in the Savannah Gardens neighborhood even has a stand made from reclaimed materials and constructed by neighborhood residents. The stand provides for more water pressure for hoses and more space to fill up those water pitchers. And of course, rain barrels help with saving. Using water from rain barrels reduces the amount of tap water drawn from the aquifer and reduces stormwater runoff into our river systems. And of course, Every drop of water that comes from your rain barrel instead of from your tap will reduce your water bill. The rain barrel that you saw today was purchased from a wholesale priced rain barrel sale organized by the city. But rain barrels can also be purchased at hardware stores or even made from items available at hardware stores. If you'd like more information on rain barrels, call the Water Resources Bureau at 651-6943. And remember, think saving when you think green, Savannah.
Up next, pay to park at home. That could be your reality if you leave your car on the lawn. We'll show you how to not get fined.
And later, some 8th grade graduates are making history.
I'm Walter Reeves, encouraging you to do your part and be water smart. Mulching is an easy way to save water in the landscape. You can use pine straw, pine bark, or shredded hardwood mulch around all your plants. Mulch not only conserves moisture in the soil, but it also prevents weeds that compete with your plants. It's one of the best investments you can make in your landscape. This message was brought to you by the Georgia Water Smart Program, the Georgia Water Wise Council, and your local water utility.
Welcome back. If you find yourself parking on your lawn from time to time, you may soon find yourself fined. Property maintenance officials are cracking down on yard parkers as an effort to reduce neighborhood blight. The city will begin issuing tickets for folks whose vehicles or boats are parked on their lawns. Residents are required to park in an approved driveway, or if you park in a yard, your car must be parallel to the driveway. Warning tickets are being issued now, but soon those citations will go up to $15 for the first offense.
I pretty much hand out mine when I'm out doing other stuff as well, just to educate the people and let them know, just in case, even if you're not parking, don't let somebody come visit you and park, like this.
The reason? Yard parking tears up lawns, leaves ruts, and is just not very pretty.
Well, each month on City Spam, we team up with the folks at Bank on Savannah, an initiative of Step Up Savannah, to provide you with some easy ways to make the most of your money. With this month's Bank on This tip, here's Richard Reed from Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Savannah.
Today, we'll speak to Erica Wiggins, a Carver State Bank customer who benefited from the Bank on Savannah program. She now volunteers to share the benefits of the Bank on Savannah program with the rest of the community.
Well, having a relationship with my bank has changed my financial picture into a more broader standpoint in establishing my credit score, helping me financially keep an account of where my money's going and how it's being spent. It's a necessity to have a bank account because you don't know what type of emergencies might occur in your life or when you might need the bank to help you. With the way the economy is right now, people need to establish some type of credit or some type of connection with a bank in order to have financial stability. Bank on Savannah helps people who don't have an account understand the importance of banking and how you can establish all types of financial backgrounds and help build your credit. It even helps you with your credit scores, and they can give you credit reports, and that's the most important thing what people have to understand. Having established credit will help you financially, and I think Bank on Savannah is teaching people about being more established and being productive in life.
If you'd like to know more about opening a bank account through the Bank on Savannah program, call 912-232-6747 or visit the website www.stepupsavannah.org. Until next time, I'm Richard Reeve, and you can bank on this.
Well, from drainage improvements to council playing judge and jury, Brett Bell joins us from City Hall now to give us a look at what's on the agenda. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Good, good. So drainage improvements on the agenda. There's some big changes going on.
Yeah, those who live near Gwinnett and Waters Avenue over on the east side, they've long experienced structural flooding over there. Council in late May, they approved a $900,000 contract. It'll essentially take that water down there, collects because it's in a big bowl, and send it over to the Caton Canal, providing really great relief for the people out there in that area.
Yeah, they sure need some help. We all know it floods bad out there. How about this liquor license thing? Interesting to me, council really listened and really was the judge and jury for this kind of thing.
Yeah, they had something called a show cause hearing. It's essentially a mini trial where the city attorney acts as the prosecutor and the defense is the holder of the liquor license, and city council acts as the jury. They played this out, presented evidence, and in the end, city council revoked the liquor license for, it's called Montgomery Liquor. Is that right?
That's one off 34th
Montgomery
Street.
Beverage at 34th in Montgomery Street.
Just had a lot of issues out there, right? Police coming back and forth.
Yeah, it's been police investigations. There's been some accusations of drug activity out there. It's a big old mess, and council decided enough was enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, okay, so let's talk about the home repair program that's coming up this summer. $150,000 worth of roofing material.
Yeah, this is a real great value for our citizens out there. It's mostly paid for using federal funds. We take advantage of these volunteer organizations from throughout the community and also really from across the country. There's two major ones that send in about 500 kids over the summer. They provide the free labor, the city provides the materials, and City Council bought about $150,000 worth of roof material out there to supply for these kids with expert help out there. So it's really good work for low-income senior citizens in our community.
It's really a great thing. And last but certainly not least, Savannah is a great place to play.
That's right. City Council, they received word that the City of Savannah for the third straight year was named a Playful City USA. This is a national nonprofit organization called Kaboom. They look at everything from the number of parks we have out there and playgrounds to the quality of our programs. And they determined that Savannah is one of, I think it's about 200 or about 130 playful cities throughout the country. It qualifies us for grant opportunities out there.
Yeah.
It also recognizes that this is something the City of Savannah values. Really quick, some fun stats. The City of Savannah, we maintain 57 playgrounds, 661 acres of parks, 9 swimming pools, and 14 community centers. We value play in the City of Savannah.
I tell you, and you know, with the heat the way it is, the swimming pools are going to get a lot of use this summer. Brett Bell at City Hall for us. Brett, thank you so much. And if you'd like to find the latest council meetings, you can find them on our website. Just head on over to our website for the latest on what council's up to. That's savannahga.gov.
Savannah is going global. A newly announced initiative called the Greater Savannah International Alliance hopes to build a bridge between the city and its international partners.
It is intended to serve as an advisory body to the city government. But more broadly, its goal is to help Savannah and its leaders as well as its citizens achieve their objectives internationally by promoting economic development, education, tourism, and the arts. Essentially, we're talking about a citizens advisory panel of 19 members who are volunteering their time to work with the city government, to work with businesses, colleges and universities, civic organizations, people, causes, groups, all of which have international strategies that they're seeking to implement and which we hope we can provide some assistance to. So our objective is partnering. Partnering with other groups, partnering with other associations, partnering with civic groups, and helping to connect people with the information and the relationships they need to succeed abroad.
You can get more information about the Greater Savannah International Alliance by visiting their website, www.internationalsavannah.org.
Well, for members of Savannah's Youth Council, celebration is in order because it's time for their graduation. 53 8th graders made for the council's largest graduating class ever out at the Civic Center. The young people spent the year learning about government and leadership and undergoing some public speaking training. The program is organized by the city to engage Savannah's youth with city government by getting them more involved. The mayor, Mayor Pro Tem Van Johnson, and the program's coordinator, Carlos Bates, all on hand there to send them off, encouraging each of the graduates to take charge of their future. Ahead, Erin Seals, she's previewing the Asian Festival, and she's kicking and screaming all the way in this month's The Beat.
But first, Saja Hours joins us for a look at what's got you talking on the web. Stay with us.
A vehicle is stolen approximately every 25 seconds. Close all windows, lock all doors, and take the keys with you. Never leave your car's engine running, not even in your driveway.
Welcome back. Although it's been in use for a couple of months now, the Price Street Bike Lane had its official opening last month as city leaders and representatives from the Savannah Bicycle Campaign gathered to cut the ribbon on the city's first dedicated southbound bike lane out of the downtown area. Previously a two-lane one-way street, Price Street has been transformed with the addition of parking along the right-hand side of the street, the new bike lane, and one lane for motorists.
This is the culmination of our continued process of livability, safety, and really creating a better community for our citizens. We were able to take a long-standing issue and work it into something that really works out for everyone.
We're very happy to have this facility, and we certainly appreciate the city's commitment to cycling. They've been great friends, and they've helped us a lot.
Without your enthusiasm, without your support, without your push, this probably would never have happened.
The new bike lane runs from Bay Street to Victory Drive, where cyclists can connect to the Habersham Street bike lane near 42nd Street.
If it's got you talking on the web, chances are it's got our Saja Hours talking too. Saja joins us from the Social Media Center now to give us a look at what's hot on the web. Saja, I know how much you love those canines we introduced viewers to earlier, but they like them on the web too, huh?
Oh my gosh, they were a huge hit. Officer Faust, whose partner is Will Fernandez, lead trainer of the K9 unit, got a lot of likes and a lot of thank you from the public. And we had Officer Tucker with his four-legged partner, Officer Flash. They played an instrumental role in resolving that issue safely for the public, and the public loves them for it.
Sure do. They got a lot of people really using Facebook to reach out to those guys, huh?
Absolutely. We had Eileen and Amy both expressing a lot of thanks, a lot of gratitude, and just really enjoying seeing these animals.
Yeah, absolutely. So switching gears a little bit, fashion making the rounds at City Hall for Fashion Night Out. Big deal last year. People are excited about it again this year.
Oh, absolutely. Fashion Night Out is going to be huge coming up in September. We've got SCAD involved, downtown retailers. It's an exciting night, and everyone's really looking forward to it. We had Pamela, actually from New York, a transplant in Savannah. She's asking about where's it going to be held, and that her daughters, love fashion.
September 6th, I believe, is the day. 6 o'clock, runs all night long. They're going to shut that street down to traffic, so Pamela will have a lot to look forward to. I know you were actually able to provide some assistance, and you might feel like you're in need of assistance today, but I know you're able to provide some assistance to a guy who was looking for low-income housing?
That's right, Tony Grant.
Our friend, our buddy.
Yes, frequent commenter on our Facebook page, which is great. We love that. Asking about affordable housing. Our housing department has a number of programs. You can just dial up 311, or if you're out of town like Tony, it would be 912-651-6565.
Awesome. Well, you know, useful information, and hopefully he can get some help from you there and, you know, get his questions answered, that sort of thing. So anyways, but moving on, I guess we're both in a mood today, Saja. What can I say? Thank you so much for all your information. Saja Hour joining us from our Social Media Center. If you would like to stay up to date with the city, we are all over social media, as you well know by now. For the latest editions of City Span, Talk Savannah, and more, it's the information you want, the updates you need, all on your schedule. Find us on your favorite site, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.com/City of Savannah. Well, their dancing shoes were on, and there was no denying the fun as more than 500 seniors danced the afternoon away at the Savannah Older Americans Luncheon.
Folks from the Golden Age Center in Savannah showed off their skills doing such greats as the jerk, the twist, and the bus stop.
Yeah, the luncheon's held every year, recognizing the contribution our older friends around town make to the community here in Savannah.
The Golden Age Center hosts a number of different events and activities for seniors throughout the year. If you're interested in being a part of the Golden Age Center, visit our website, savannahga.gov.
They were dancing some jigs out there.
They really were.
And speaking of dancing, you could call it dancing, because every month our Erin Seals, she tackles just about everything, all kinds of fun stuff to keep you in the know about what's happening around Savannah.
This month, she's taking on her toughest challenge yet, karate. And in this month's The Beat, let's just say she's got a long way to go before she's getting her black belt.
I am here with Master Lee, and we are going to do some moves preparing for the 2012 Asian Festival. So Master Lee, let's see if I can catch on. All right, here we go. Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Just don't trim.
Oh, I can't promise that. I like that. Okay. Awesome, I got it. Do I have it? Flying away. I think this is amazing. This man is good right here. How long have you been in Taekwondo?
Almost 7 years.
7 years.
We're all a family. We all look out for each other, and we learn how to protect our families.
Am I part of family today?
Yes, ma'am.
High five. Thank you. I was supposed to say awesome too. I didn't say it. Whoever wants to teach me how to do something really fun. Break a board. Oh.
It'll hurt.
I can do it?
Oh, no. You can do it.
Okay. I have encouragement. What kind of wood is this?
Split. It's okay, I get it.
Wait a minute, I have to break all these? Okay. That's a lot. Can I have a stunt double? I have to kick it? Oh. I'm terrified. All right. Okay, we're gonna try it. If I fall, try not to laugh.
Ready, go.
Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
You're fine.
3.
You cut in this way.
All right.
Just the motion, don't break it.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm not ready, but I'm gonna do it.
Right. 2, 3, go.
Never say never. Okay. You know I get to kick the board. What I'm doing with this? We need some bed risers.
He kicked it like she kicked it.
Are you guys ready to attend the Asian Festival? Yay! Woo! For more information, check out our website at www.savannahga.gov/arts. I'm Erin Seals, The Beat.
Well, there's no denying that she will not try anything. She's trying it all.
She's trying it all. She is very, very, very ambitious,
yeah,
adventurous. Very adventurous.
Yeah, you know, hey, and she broke the boards and she got new bed risers.
She really did, right?
Well, don't forget you can watch every edition of The Beat on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/City of Savannah.
That's going to do it for this edition of City Span. Don't forget, for the latest in news and information about the City of Savannah, keep it tuned right here to SGTV.
And for the latest news any time of the day, you can log on to our website at savannahga.gov. Until next time, I'm Chris Brown.
And I'm Margaret Williams. Thanks for watching, and thanks for making Savannah your home.